You ever feel like you have huge goals, but somehow you still end up lying on your bed scrolling your phone for 2 hours? You want to build something big, start a business, get in shape, become smarter, become better. But then the day ends and you did almost nothing. If that sounds like you, here's the strange truth. You might not actually be lazy. You might be ambitious in your mind, but overwhelmed in your psychology. And today, we're going to talk about the hidden psychology behind people who feel lazy but secretly want a lot more from life. Part 1. The Ambition-Action Gap. Here's something interesting. Some of the most lazy people are actually the most ambitious thinkers. They imagine big futures. They think about success. They want freedom, respect, growth. But there's a gap. A huge gap between what they imagine and what they actually do every day. Psychologists sometimes call this the ambition-action gap. Your mind is running at 100 miles per hour, but your body is stuck in neutral. So what happens? You feel guilty. You start telling yourself things like, "Why am I like this? Why can't I just start? Other people are working harder than me." And slowly, that guilt turns into something worse. Self-doubt. Part 2. Laziness is often hidden fear. Here's the uncomfortable truth. What looks like laziness is often fear in disguise. Fear of failing. Fear of starting something you might not finish. Fear of realizing you're not as good as you hoped. So instead of trying and risking that pain, your brain chooses the safer option. Avoidance. Scrolling. Watching videos. Planning instead of doing. Your brain is basically saying, let's not try today, we can try tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes. Part 3. The Overthinking Trap. Another reason ambitious people look lazy is overthinking. They think too much before they act. They plan the perfect routine, the perfect strategy, the perfect business idea, the perfect time to start. But perfection becomes a trap, because real progress is messy. It's uncomfortable, it's slow, it's imperfect. So instead of starting small, you stay stuck thinking about the perfect start that never happens. Part 4. The Motivation Myth. A lot of people think the problem is motivation. I just need more motivation. But motivation is unreliable. Some days you wake up excited. Other days your brain feels like a dead battery. The people who move forward consistently don't rely on motivation. They rely on small systems, tiny actions that are so easy they're almost impossible to skip. For example, instead of saying, "I'm going to work out for an hour," you say, "I'm going to do 5 push-ups." Instead of saying, "I'll work on my project all night," you say, "I'll work on it for 10 minutes." And something strange happens. Once you start, your brain often wants to keep going. Part 5. The Identity Problem. Another hidden problem is identity. Many ambitious people still see themselves as lazy. They repeat it in their mind. "I'm lazy. I have no discipline. I never follow through." And your brain listens. When you believe you're lazy, your brain tries to stay consistent with that identity. So instead of asking, "Why am I lazy?" try asking a different question. What would a disciplined version of me do right now? Even if the answer is something small. Send the email, write 1 paragraph, clean 1 corner of your room. Tiny actions slowly rewrite your identity. Part 6. You're not behind. A lot of ambitious people also feel like they're late in life. They see successful people online, entrepreneurs, creators, athletes, and they think, "I should be further ahead by now." But what you're seeing online is the highlight reel, not the years of confusion, not the slow beginnings, not the messy middle. Progress is rarely dramatic. Most of the time, it's quiet. It's 1 small step repeated for months. So, if you feel lazy but ambitious, remember this. You're probably not lazy. You might be overthinking, afraid of failing, waiting for motivation, or stuck in a negative identity. The solution isn't working harder overnight. It's starting smaller than you think is necessary. 1 task, 1 action, 1 step today. That's how momentum begins. So, here's something simple you can try tonight.
Pick one thing you've been avoiding, just one, and work on it for 10 minutes. Not an hour, not perfectly. Just start. Because ambition without action feels painful, but small action turns ambition into progress. And progress changes everything. Let's improve together.